Well, thank you to the International Tennis Hall of Fame for having me here. It's really an honor for me to just be here in front of you today. As Bud said, I started playing tennis when I was 8 years old with a board. We couldn't afford a racket. We couldn't afford a court. I tried to play soccer for a while, but I was so bad I decided to play tennis. And by the age of 8, I was already number 2 in the country. Under 10, we were 2 kids playing tennis in the whole country. So this is how I got motivated. And then I realized that at the tennis club, compared with the soccer fields, there were more girls. Then I got really motivated. Then, of course, as Bud said, as I was 11, I met Arthur. He was my hero. I asked him for an autograph, and he stayed on top of the autograph that he gave me. He gave me a racket, and that meant the world to me. And I started to develop a very strange relationship with my racket, because with this racket I even slept. I was spending all these nights with this racket. Nobody could touch it, except for me. I really respected this object. And then I went on to play for the first time in Wimbledon in 1977, play for the first time on a center court with Arthur. And that was like a dream for me, coming from Cameroon, to step on the center court of Wimbledon with my hero. So as you know, Arthur meant the world for me, and I'm very, very proud to be here today thinking of him. We talk a lot about how many sacrifice players makes. We're not making much sacrifices. The sacrifices are coming from our families. And I would like to thank, even though they are back in Europe and in Africa, my parents, because they are the ones that made the big sacrifice, letting me go, live my passion fully when I was 12. This is when I left Cameroon and moved to France. And I'd really like to thank them. I'm really proud that my son can be, how do you say, I think now that you see all that happened, you can give me some real respect now. I owe a lot to tennis, a lot. Traveled a lot, met a lot of nice people, made plenty of friends, some of them here, over there, Donald, Bud. It's always a pleasure to see you all, always, and meet different cultures. And the tennis really was a beautiful time. And also, I'm going to end up saying that I loved playing tennis. It was a great game. I loved it. It was just a beautiful way to, it was a therapy for me, just hitting the ball as hard as I could. And most of all, it was so good to play against guys like Jim Courier, who is here, used to kick my butt. It's always great because you have so many players that can beat you every day. So yeah, tennis taught me a lot. Taught me that most of all that I have no discipline, that but I lived a privileged life and I'm trying to enjoy it to the most. So thank you very much. Thank you for having me.